my friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is part one of just a mega massive movie haul. Actually, it's more than movies, but today we're going to focus on movies. We have 4Ks, we have Steelbooks, box sets, Blu-rays. I have TV shows, and coming up in future videos to go along with more movies, I have CDs, I have vinyl, I have figures, I have masks. I have some books. I have some really cool movie books. So there's a lot of things I'm going to sprinkle in the upcoming videos. I'm also going to be doing some collection videos because if you could see what's going on the floor around me, your head would explode. I have everything taken off most shelves because I'm putting new shelves up that are bigger shelves than what I had. So I have a lot of my stuff in boxes on the floor. So because I have them out of the shelves, what better time to do collection videos? So before I put them away, we'll do some collection videos and a lot of things coming up. But I think this intro has gone on long enough. I don't like to babble. I don't like to ramble. So I'm just going to get right into today's haul. And the first one was sent to me by way of Lionsgate. They are still hitting it out of the park with their Steelbooks. They have totally changed the Steelbook game over the last year just with their releases. And this one is the 4K Blu-ray and digital for La La Land. And this one will be available, I believe it's a Best Buy exclusive. It will be available this Tuesday, February 8th. So here is the front with the slip. You take the slip off, and then you have this beautiful artwork. And you have the back. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous Steelbook. And then again, you can do the front, back, and spine. See the whole scene together. It's just gorgeous. So if you were a fan of La La Land, I would highly recommend picking this up. It is so beautiful. And as for the Lionsgate Steelbooks, I was on a live stream on the Mid-Level Media channel, Ken's channel, the other day in a roundtable discussion with some other collectors. And I showed them that the Lionsgate Steelbooks, I'm going to insert a picture here, the Lionsgate Steelbooks, they all say first pressing on the side, the hinge where you open it up. And not that that's any big deal, but it's very cool for a collector of anything, be it a book, a vinyl record, CD, anything. Having a first pressing of anything is always a really cool thing. And not that we're necessarily buying these for investment purposes, but it definitely adds value if down the road they do release, you know, multiple rounds of these Steelbooks and maybe it goes out of print and you have a first pressing that you want to unload. But I just think it's a cool thing that they added, and I thought it was neat. It's kind of hard to see, but the light hit it right and I saw it and I'm like, you know what? Share it with the community. So now you know. You guys have a trivia secret there about the Lionsgate Steelbooks. And this next one, this one came out I think just this past week. It was sent to me from a Paramount, and it is the Steelbook. This is a Blu-ray Steelbook for Wayne's World. And I think it's very cool what they did with the artwork choice for this. All the cool quotes from the movie, and this is just so much fun. I haven't seen it in years, so I really can't wait to revisit Wayne's World, and I'm sure this is still readily available. And another one that I picked up a few weeks ago, we already did have a 4K of this one, but they just put out the another fantastic Steelbook. It's the 4K Blu-ray and digital for Requiem for a Dream. I always say Requiem of a Dream or Requiem for a Dream. Again, with the slipcover. You have the really nice artwork. It's very cool. And then front, back, and spine. And again, I don't know if I said it, but it's 4K Blu-ray and digital. So you get that with the Requiem for a Dream. And I know, you know, some people, I know a lot of people, they like this movie. It's a beautiful 4K transfer, I can tell you that. But a lot of people find this movie very, very heavy. And it is heavy. It deals with addiction and family issues and relationships and very layered film. And I understand why people sometimes feel like they need a break after they see it. It's not a feel-good movie. But I think it's a very well-done movie. And it's one that I really enjoy. So I'm happy to have another edition. I double-dipped on it. I'm happy to have another edition in my collection. But if you haven't seen Requiem for a Dream, check it out. And check out the Steelbook. It's a nice one. And another Steelbook that I picked up, this is a lot of fun. I remember this being a good time, and I haven't seen it in years. It stars Thomas Jane and John Travolta in The Punisher. It is, again, the 4K Blu-ray and digital. And you have the cool slipcover, and when the slipcover comes off, really neat. very colorful, nice looking steelbook with a lot of different skull imagery you can see, which matches the Punisher, his logo there on his t-shirt. And then you have the front, back, and spine. So that's another nice one. And this one, these Lionsgate Steelbooks, they tend to hang around. They have, you know, they have plenty of them stocked. And I believe this one is still in stock. I mean, I've still seen Hacksaw Ridge in stock in Best Buy. So if you're looking to pick up any of them, they're usually around for a while. And another one, this one's coming out this Tuesday, February 8th. I'm trying to think of the date. February 8th as well. This was sent to me by way of Warner Brothers, and it is the Blu-ray and digital for Will Smith in King Richard. And this is it's based on a true story of Venus and Serena Williams. I did see this movie. I saw it when it was streaming, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I mean, I'm a fan of Will Smith. I like what he does. I just like the films that he chooses to do, and I think he did a great job in this one. I thought it was very interesting. This film takes place during the childhood years of Venus and Serena. So it shows their childhood, how he brought them up, what his plan. He had like a 78-page book that he wrote before I believe before they were even born. And he decided that they were going to be famous and successful tennis players. And he set out to make, that was his life's mission for his girls to do this. So it's pretty amazing, but it's also like, you know, he tried to not be that overbearing sports parent, but kind of he was. It's a fine line you walk there, but this was a very interesting story. But if you're looking for something that goes into their professional career, it stops just short of that. So you're not going to see their professional career, but you will see their childhood and like their younger years, how they got into tennis and how they handled them as younger girls going into competitive sports. But really, really good stuff. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. So definitely pick this one up. You know, check it out. Look at the trailer. And if you like it, pick it up on Tuesday. I believe there's also a 4K coming. I don't know if it's going to be out Tuesday or if it's delayed a little bit. But they sent me the Blu-ray, so I'm very happy with it. It looked good. Now I have a DVD, and I watched this a bit ago. I'm a big fan of, always have been a fan of Anthony Bourdain, and this one is called Roadrunner, and it's a documentary about his life. And Anthony Bourdain, it's such a tragic story, it's such a tragedy, his passing, and but this really looks into who he was, what his passions were, what made him tick as a person, and why he was just so engaging. He was so likable, and he was such a character. But this is a really, really good documentary. So if you like Anthony Bourdain and you like documentaries, this is definitely a must-watch. And I'm sure if you don't want to pick up the DVD, you can stream it somewhere. But definitely, either way, give it a look. It's a good one. And I picked up, I have been looking for this one forever. It's a TV program. It was one season, 18 episodes. They're about 45 minutes each. And this one was put out by Shout Factory, but everywhere I looked, it was going for like $80, $90. And I just wasn't going to pay that. So I found one that was used, but in really good condition on eBay, and I picked it up, and it is Freaks and Geeks, the complete series on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. So I am looking forward to revisiting this. I don't have cable, so the only way I watch TV is either streaming or if I pick it up on physical, and this is a great one to have. So if you're a fan of Freaks and Geeks, check out eBay. They have some on there. This is one from 101 Films. It is a Region B. I know there was another Region B release of this one. I'm really hoping that we get a US release for this one, because if you're not region free, you're not going to be able to watch it. But it is called Snowtown. And this is like a hard-sided slip box. And I believe it looks like it comes with a book. I haven't opened it yet. And basically what this is it is about Australia's most notorious serial killer. You have a young boy who his mother's hanging out with this guy, and he kind of forms this very odd relationship with the guy. I don't want to get too much into it, but the guy is he's really twisted, and this is the story of how he influences this young man, he's 16 or 17 years old, young man, to kind of help him with his horrible deeds. But this is a fantastic movie about just a terrible person and a terrible situation. But Snowtown, if you can, if you're region free or region B, definitely check this one out. And like I said, 101 Films, ordered it right from them, came very quickly, and it's available now, so check that one out. This is another one. I believe that this is Region B also. It's from Eureka Masters of Cinema. It is Joan Crawford in Johnny Guitar. I love this movie. I can't wait to check out this edition. Again, this is a Region B, but there is an Olive Signature, I believe, Region Free, or I know it's Region A. It could be Region Free out there, but Joan Crawford plays a saloon owner who is... she is accused of a murder, and it's a Western, and she is just fantastic in it. This is one of my favorite Joan Crawford movies. So if you're into Westerns and you're into Joan Crawford, definitely check out Johnny Guitar. And like I said, if you're Region Free or Region B, check out the Eureka one. If not, look for the Olive Signature. It's usually available right on Amazon. You don't have to go the eBay route, and you can probably stream it because I believe it's streaming on Amazon Prime. And then from Arrow, I picked up I did not own this one at all. I don't know why. But I love this movie. And it is, this is the 4K box set for Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. And it's put out by Arrow. This one, the 4K. 4K is always region free. But this one is, looks like it's region A, maybe. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's all region free. I don't know. I'll look and I'll put a note down here. Anyway, it comes with the Amaray case and a book and probably a poster, maybe art cards. But Arrow always does such a great job with their box sets, so I had to pick this one up. And another one that I picked up, they had a giant, really huge killer box set of this one, and I chose to just go with the standard box set. And this is the 4K for Battle Royale. And that's a really nice one. You can check out the special features on the back. And this one is, what I tell people is, and this is pretty much how other people talk about this one too. If you like the Hunger Games, this is the, I believe, Japanese. Yeah, it's a Japanese version of the Hunger Games. So think that's what you're getting when you get into this one. This one is, I like this one a little better than the Hunger Games, but the Hunger Games, there's just more of them. So, yeah, Battle Royale, I believe it's still available on Diabolic. So if you're into this, check it out. And now for, I have one more Steelbook. This one I grabbed from Diabolic DVD. There's only 4,000 of these. I can't show you a lot of it because there are naughty pictures. There's only 4,000 made worldwide, and it's from Synapse, and it is Massacre at Central High. So there is the front, and I can show you, I believe, the front of the Steelbook. Yeah, I can show you the front of the Steelbook. So there's that, and let's see, this is a Blu-ray Steelbook. I don't think it's a 4K. No, it's a Blu-ray and DVD. Anyway, this is still available. They had a price drop. It's available on Diabolic, and they still have a few left. And this is a fun, like a B-type slasher movie. A kid is bullied in school, and he kind of snaps, and then he starts picking people off. But it's a lot of fun, and if you're into horror, this is definitely one that you're going to want to add to your collection. And Synapse always does a fantastic job with their releases, so this is a really good one that I had to add to my collection. So that is Massacre at Central High. And another one that I just picked up from A24, I am not opening it because I was told, again, on the Mid-Level Media stream, that the booklet in here contains spoilers. And this is the A24 film, the 4K release for Lamb. I don't know much about this, but what I have heard is that it is very odd, very weird, but very good. A lot of people liked it. A24, I really like a lot of what they do, but I know it can be divisive. Like, people either love it or they just don't get it. So, and I've had that experience with some of their films, but I love that they're a studio that takes chances on projects that other studios would pass on, and they always give us something different. So I've picked up other exclusives from them. Their website is the only place you can get it. You can get it Blu-ray or 4K, and it's the same price, and it's the same thing. It's a slip box, and it comes with a book and the movie. So if you're interested in checking out Lamb, go over to the A24 site and check it out. So once I watch this, I will actually do a review on it because I know people are curious about it. Another 4K that I picked up, I was finally able to get Mad Max Road Warrior, and I was able to get it with the corrected disc. I believe when it first came out, there were audio issues with it, so they pulled it off the shelves, and now they have corrected it, and it was just re-released this week. So the only thing I can tell you is if you're buying it off Amazon, just check to make sure that it was released this past Tuesday. What was it? I think it was either the 1st or the 2nd. Just make sure you get the right one, because there are some people, third-party sellers, still selling the old copy with the audio issues. So make sure you get the new one. So that is Mad Max Road Warrior. And this one, this is a reference quality disc. It was one of my favorite films of the year, and it is Dune. I'm so happy to have the 4K. It looks great. It sounds great. It is epic in scope. It's just such a wonderful movie. Awesome soundtrack score from Hans Zimmer, which I also own. And like I said, this is a reference quality disc, so if you do have 4K capabilities, this is the way you want to go with Dune. And I'm so happy that they're putting out a part 2. And another one that I picked up that I really enjoyed and I thought it looked great and it sounded great is Juice. Very happy to see this one get a 4K release. And this is a fantastic movie, so if you haven't seen Juice, add it to your list because it is a good one. It's a really, really good one. And I just picked this one up this week, and talk about this is just so much fun. I had a great time with it. It is Ghostbusters Afterlife. The 4K on this is stunning. It looked beautiful. And it does have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, so it looks awesome. Sounds great, and it was just a lot of fun, a lot of nostalgia. And as you can see, we have the little Ghostbusters set up back here because it's Ghostbusters week. But this is a blast. If you haven't picked up Afterlife yet, get on it because you're definitely going to want to see it if you're a fan of Ghostbusters, and it's a good one. Another one that I picked this up weeks ago, and I got, well, I'll do this one first. I got the Daniel Craig collection on 4K. So it has let's see. It has Spectre, it has Skyfall, Quantum of Solace, and Casino Royale. So I am watching them in 4K, and they look beautiful. The 4Ks are beautiful. So it's the Daniel Craig 4K collection. So it's the Daniel Craig Bond collection. And I was told to rewatch all of them. I've seen them, but I need to rewatch them before I watch No Time to Die, because apparently there are references from these films in this film. So I'm almost done with this, and then I'll get to this one. But I hear really good things about this one, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. So those are my 007 pickups, which you know, I've said in the past I'm not always a Bond girl, but I love Daniel Craig and I love him as Bond, so I'm excited to, you know, finish that part of the Bond franchise off. And then, of course, I had to get this one. I am a Halloween junkie. I know it wasn't popular. I know it wasn't really well received. People either love it or they hate it. Evil Dies Tonight, Halloween Kills. This is a really beautiful slipcover. It's a good edition. It has the extended edition on it, which I watched. It adds a little bit to it. Nothing earth-shattering is added to it, but I thought the 4K looked great. And to be honest, I liked everything in this film except that whole Evil Dies Tonight lynch mob thing going on. If they took that out, I would have really enjoyed this one. I think it was one of the best Michael Myers we've seen. He was brutal, he was violent, the kills were great. Overall, I thought it was good. I love the flashbacks to the 70s movie, the 78 movie. I thought that was great. It added more information that we didn't have. So I thought that part of it was good. I just could have done without that mob mentality. And overall, what I think of this one is I'm a fan of Halloween, so I'm going to add it to my collection. I think this is a typical middle film in a trilogy. I think it's a setup for the end, and that's what it's supposed to be. So, you know, check it out. If you're a Halloween fan, check it out. So that is Halloween Kills. And last one I picked out, this was another one of my favorites of the year. I talked about it in my top 10 of the year video, and I'm happy to have it on 4K, and that is Last Night in Soho. This is a beautiful looking 4K. It looks great. It sounds great. If you like this movie, or if you're interested in, you know, hearing my thoughts, I'll put the other video up here. Definitely check this one out. And if you have 4K capability, 4K is the way to go on this one. It's fantastic. So I'm just going to grab my last two piles and we will wrap this one up. Okay friends, I'm back and I just want to let you know that the first part of the video ran about 20 minutes. So I just grabbed a few Blu-rays because I don't like to do videos where I don't give you anything concrete to hang on to, like things that I've watched that I can recommend. So I want to do a few of those and then we're gonna cut it there, and then we will pick up in part 2 on this massive mega haul video series that I'm doing. But this first one, I just want to let you know that it's available. It's out there. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, and if you're a fan, you might want to pick up this new edition. It's the it's done by the Shout Select, so it's from Shout and Scream, not Scream Factory, Shout. It's the 25th anniversary edition of Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, and check out the new alternate artwork. I flipped it around from the standard artwork. The transfer looks really good. It's got some new special features, and it's just a good time. So if you want to sit back and laugh and you know, upgrade your current copy of Liar Liar, check it out. It's readily available on Amazon. And for everyone who has been waiting and waiting for A24's Saint Maud to get a United States Blu-ray release, here you go. It's out. It's on Blu-ray. I really enjoyed this one. I got the international version because I'm region free. So I really like this one, and the basic premise, without getting into any spoilers, is we have a young woman who is taking care of a woman who is dying. She's basically kind of on like home hospice type care. And she just gets a little too involved with putting her own issues on the client, patient, and things get a little weird between them, but she has definitely got some issues, the caretaker, and it really follows her and on her journey, her personal journey, and we find out basically what her demons are that she's fighting and trying to overcome. And that's all I really want to tell you. I know some people really love this, some people wanted more from it, but I thought it was really good. It held my attention all around, and I'm happy to see it get a United States Blu-ray release. So if you're looking into Saint Maud, check it out. It's available. And again, Amazon. This one I picked up because when I was on the live stream on Mid-Level Media, they told me to get it. I'm a fan of Astron Video. I'm a fan of Candyman. So this is the Blu-ray and digital for Candyman Day of the Dead. I haven't seen this one yet, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. I heard it's okay, so I mean, that's a good enough one for me. I tend to give horror a very wide berth, so I'm a little more forgiving with horror than I am with other genres, but I'm looking forward to checking this one out. It's probably a lot of fun. Now this one I have seen, and I've spoken to some friends about it, and this is a really good movie. It's come out recently, within the last few months, and it is the Blu-ray and digital for a movie called Blue Bayou. And I don't believe this is a true story, but it is based on an ongoing problem here in the United States that has to do with immigration. And I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to tell you too much. But whenever we think of immigration in this country, the conversation always goes right to issues that have to do with our southern border. This has nothing to do with that. And immigration is so much more and so much bigger than that, than just our southern border, or any border for that matter. This has to do with people in this country who are adults, who were adopted as babies and young children, and they find out as adults that because of paperwork issues, they are not considered citizens and are up for deportation. And that's all I'm going to tell you about this. I am doing some research into what this problem is and why it exists, but it has something to do with the paperwork before the year 2000. And that's what I'm going to tell you. But this is an example, like a mashup, I'm sure, of a lot of different stories about a family facing this particular problem. The father, the husband, is facing deportation, and that's why. So definitely check this one out, and it's a good one to get the conversation going in a different direction and really get a wider scope on the immigration issues in this country. So really, really good. I highly recommend this one. Another one that was really good is Eric Bana in The Dry. And I've seen a lot of people pick this up. I don't know if everybody's watched it. I haven't heard a lot of chatter about it, but I did watch it. It's an Australian film. I did enjoy it. What it is Eric Bana, has to go back to his childhood town. He hasn't been there in 20 years. He goes back for a funeral of a friend, and while he's there, he's trying to get answers to a murder that happened 20 years ago involving one of his friends when he was a teenager. There was a group of them and one of them died, and it's an unsolved crime and he's trying to solve the crime. My issue with this one is it's a fantastic film. It had my attention the whole time, but I really, truly in my heart believe it's a one-time watch. So just know that going into it, because it's one of those films that the whole film is based on that outcome, that ending. And once you know the ending, I don't know that it's going to hold your attention. At least me, it's not going to hold my attention like the first watch did. It is not a bad movie at all. Well worth watching, but check it out. Check out the trailer and see what you think. Like if you knew the ending, would you want to watch it again? You could always stream it and then decide, and you can always pick it up. I'm sure it'll be a price drop soon. It's not that expensive, but either way, if you decide to buy it or you decide to just stream it, definitely watch it at least once because it's well worth it. So that is Eric Bana in The Dry. And this one, Mass, talk about a heavy film. This is a very, very heavy film. And I believe Ann Dowd, I believe she just won a BAFTA award for this one, if I'm not mistaken. She just won an award for it. But it's called Mass. And basically what this is the crux of the movie is you have these four people. They are two couples. They are parents. And they are sitting in a room and they are trying to come to a place of understanding, healing, and closure for a traumatic event that they share as parents. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't want to give it away. I knew nothing about this besides that going into it, and I very much enjoyed it. I was very invested in this. This is an emotional gut punch of a movie, but well worth seeing. The acting is tremendous, and any awards that this movie gets are very, very much deserved. So check out Mass. Really, really good one. Another one that I really enjoyed is, it's called The Eyes of Tammy, Faye. It stars Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield. I am a huge Jessica Chastain fan. I feel like she is so underrated, but she brings it every time. Everything I've seen her in, she brings her A game, and she was fantastic in this. And it's the story of Tammy Faye and Jim Bakker. If you don't know their story, look them up. But basically, they were, what did they call them? TV, and they were televangelists. That's what it is. Televangelists. Can I speak much? They were televangelists, and Jim was really the problem, and he ended up swindling people out of a lot of money, and they were shamed because of what happened with them. But if you see this, Jessica Chastain is this movie, and she just disappears, and she is Tammy Faye Bakker in this movie. It is so good, and this is one I think has a lot of rewatchability in it, and I just thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed learning more about the behind the scenes of the story, but really, really good. And I do remember when this whole scandal went down, but really, really good stuff. And Jessica Chastain, like I said, was fantastic as Tammy Faye. So check that one out. This is a documentary that I think was great. It was put out a bit ago, but I was able to grab it. It's from HBO, and it is called The Bee Gees, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? And this was an amazing documentary about the career and the family of the Bee Gees. And when you watch this, you know, even I grew up with the Bee Gees, and I didn't even realize how much they gave to music and how much, how massive their music catalog is, and also their dedication to family and to each other. It is an amazing, heartwarming, moving story. It's also very sad in parts, but really, really good, and you'll really learn a lot about the Bee Gees, and you will see them and their music and their careers in a whole different light after you watch this. Really, really good. I can't recommend this enough. If you don't want to buy it, definitely at least stream it. Give it a look. It's a good one. Especially if you're a fan of music, you can't go wrong with it. Another music film that I like is, this is a biopic. Jennifer Hudson is Aretha Franklin in Respect, and basically it's a biopic about Aretha Franklin's life. And Jennifer Hudson just knocks it out of the park. I think she is phenomenal. Her voice is a gift. And if you like Aretha Franklin and you like Jennifer Hudson, I would say give this one a look. I really, really enjoyed this one. And like I said, I think Jennifer Hudson's voice is a gift. She was fantastic in this. A really fun. This is a lot of fun. It's an action one, starring Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo, and it is called Cop Shop. And I really look at this cover. I didn't think much of it. Looked like a typical like one watch type of thing. This was so much fun. What I'm going to tell you is these two guys are in jail, and they're both in there for different reasons, and you have a gal who is she's a cop, but she's also guarding the holding cells, and it just becomes wild. There's gunshots and explosions and people trying to kill each other and people trying to save each other, and then there's this whole wraparound story, and I don't want to get into it because I will ruin the story. It's so easy to ruin this. But if you like action and you just want to turn your brain off and have a really good time and enjoy a movie, this is definitely, I would say this is a top 10 popcorn movie. It is a lot of fun, and I loved it. I had a great time with it. I will watch it again and again. So that's Cop Shop. And that is my last recommendation for today. And I think this is a good place to stop because I can move in a different direction for the next part of this video, or part 2 of the haul video. So I want to thank you guys as always for watching. You know I appreciate every one of you. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments, recommendations, suggestions. Just say hello. Let me know you're here. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell because you know I have a wacky schedule, and you never know when I'm going to show up or where I'm going to be. But I'm always around, and you can always hit me up on Instagram. Links in the description. I'm on there a lot. I try to be active every day over there. So stop by and say hello. But again, I want to thank you guys as always. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And for today, that's a wrap.